Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tonya. Today I'm going to be working on 6 farmhouse Valentine hearts made with mostly Dollar Tree supplies. Let's go ahead and jump into the first one. Now the first thing I'm going to do is use one of these plain wood hearts for a pattern underneath where I can build up a tumbling tower block heart. And I'm just going to put the first layer on, and then I'll glue the second layer on over top of the gaps there. And once I get that second layer on, I'm just going to use another one of the wood hearts to hold everything down, and that way I can just flip it over and I can start gluing on the back side of this design. And you could put 3 or 4 different layers. I think I ended up putting actually 4 layers all together. I did go back and add another layer, and this made a really kind of light and airy design, and I kept it pretty simple. I went ahead and just used my matte white acrylic paint, and I decided to use just some of the little eye hooks and put those at the top as a way to hang it up with some rope twine. A lot of the designs today I use several of the wood beads, but this one I thought I'd leave it really simple with the rope on there. And you can see these little eye hooks work really great, and I picked those up at Lowe's. Now I'm going to be using some of the greenery that I had picked up last year at Dollar Tree, and I absolutely love this greenery. I hope they bring it back again, and hopefully some of you were fortunate enough to pick some of this up last year. I grabbed a few of these little white flowers this year from Dollar Tree and just wanted to pop a couple of those in the bottom, and then I had a love sign that I think I did pick this one up at Dollar Tree. Now the paint that I'm using here is the metallic rose gold, and it's the pouring paint, but didn't that give just a really pretty light pink color tone to this? And that was in the plus section. But everyone, here's the design, and I thought this one turned out so pretty. You'll have to let me know what you think. Now for our next design, I'm going to be using another one of the wood hearts, and I'm going to take some of that wallpaper that looks like wood planks and just put that on top of the heart and cut it out with my utility knife. And I really love using those. I think they're very clean and neat, and they work so well. And you can see here at the bottom, I just pieced it together a little bit, just covering up that in there where the paper was a little short. And then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take some of these little bluebirds that I had in my craft stash. And I think I actually picked those bluebirds up last year at Dollar General. So hopefully they'll have those. Now what I did here is I took some of this whitewash, and it was a stain, and I mixed it with some of the white matte paint. And it really made a really neat kind of whitewash look on my little wood beads, and I will be using that technique a little bit more. It worked really well, and it made the paint dry super fast. Now these are some of the wood beads that I had picked up at Dollar Tree. I actually had a whole bunch of those that were tangled together, and I ended up getting all of them, and I'm really glad I did. Now I'm going to use a little bit of this threaded paper in the bottom. You could use moss if you prefer, and I almost painted my little bluebirds, but I decided to leave them. I really like the color of the blue. And then I'm going to take some of these hearts that I had in my craft stash, and I'm just going to glue this to the bottom of the heart and just make a really cute little wall art piece with this. And then I had some moss there that my daughter had given me, and I did tuck a little bit of that in there and added another little heart. And then I decided that I wanted to take my little greenery vine and make it look like the roses were climbing up the heart. And I thought that turned out really pretty, and this was one of my favorite ones, so you'll have to let me know what you think. Well, everyone, I am glad that you stopped by today. I have 4 more of these hearts, and like I said, these would look beautiful right straight through from Valentine's Day to Easter, spring, and through the summer. I think they're just a really pretty design, and I like how you can leave them up for several different seasons. Now for our next design, I ended up picking up one of those hearts that had the vertical wood planks, and I really like these. I wish that I got a few more of these. I may do that this year, pick up a few more just to keep. And then I took some of this new blue. This is one of my favorites. It's called Deep Midnight Blue, and it's by Americana, and it's just an acrylic paint. But I thought it's a really pretty blue. I noticed at Michael's they're bringing this color in to several of the designs. And then I'm taking that matte white again, and you can see how I'm just very roughly brushing that on. I wanted a little bit of that natural wood to show through. And then I'm going to take these rub-on transfers that I had found last year at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to rub these all over this. And wow, what a pretty design this made. So definitely, everyone, when you're looking through all of the rub-on transfers and the stickers, look in behind everything, because I always find these little hidden gems in behind something. But I think this is another one of my favorite. And this is something I didn't know. I actually just took the string at the top off and then just poked it back through that hole and glued it down on the back. And it makes a short little hanger, but I thought I'd try it out and it worked great. Now I'm just going to touch up a few things on this one. You could have just left that one like it was with no bows, but I thought I'd make one of these little Starburst bows. This was some blue ribbon that I had in my stash, and then I picked up some of that crepe paper at Dollar Tree, and I just thought I would kind of mix that in a little bit with the blue ribbon and just make a unique little bow to pop on the front of my heart. And I thought it turned out really pretty. And then I picked up some of the little lace heart-shaped ribbon there, and I'm going to use that to put in the middle of this. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm just cutting my little dovetails on the end, and then on this little Starburst bow, I just kind of lay one piece of ribbon one way and then the other, and we'll take a zip tie and cut little slits, and it just makes it gather. It's kind of like a little starburst, or maybe even a flower. I've got a couple more ideas for this type of bow to actually make it look like a flower, and maybe we'll do a video on that. But I thought this is a really quick and simple way to just get the look of a bow, and it's not anything too overwhelming. It's just a small little something to add as an accent to your design. Now you can see I'm just going to pop my zip tie through there and then pull it up through the other side and then just tighten it. And you can maneuver your ribbon around as long as you use the wired ribbon. But you can see it just kind of looks like a ragged little flower or even a little starburst. So you'll have to let me know what you think of these bows. I think I had done them before back in the fall last year. And now I'm just going to take some of this and just make a tiny little something to put in the middle of my bow, just kind of like a little flower maybe. Just a little accent of white is what I was really going for here. And I used the crepe paper even though it had a really light tone, just because I thought that it kept everything kind of subtle on this design. And I knew I was going to be popping in this little bit of greenery around here. And I think I might have picked that greenery up at either Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby. It was in my craft stash. And then I decide that I'm going to take some of these grapevine hearts that I found last year. I'm not sure if they put these out yet at Dollar Tree. I think they do have some coming out, but I think they might be in a little bit lighter color tone, which I thought that would be pretty too. But I thought I'd add that up there for just a little bit of contrast in the design, and that will pretty much finish this one off. And you'll see it right here in a moment. I've got it displayed on the wall, and I think this is definitely one of those that can go right from Valentine's Day through spring and summer. Now for our next design, I'm going to be using these felt snowflakes that I had picked up when they marked everything down at Hobby Lobby. And of course, take another one of these wood hearts from Dollar Tree. And I thought it would be fun instead of using yarn, just to take and glue these felt snowflakes all over this heart. And if you look closely, yes, you notice that they are snowflakes, but I thought, what a fun and simple design, and it was so easy to pop these on here. And I noticed when I was at Hobby Lobby, they did have several of these little felt pieces. So I hope this gives you an idea of something you might be able to do with those little felt pieces. I think they had them marked down to just a couple dollars for the bag. And I loved that it was in the neutral colors. And I just thought it was a really fun design. And now my little string broke on this one, so I decided to make the hanger longer. And I went ahead and used those wood beads that I had picked up at Dollar Tree a couple weeks ago. And I think those wood beads in the square shape make a really pretty design. And I like how it makes them lay really flat when you hang them on the wall. Now for this design, because I love these snowflakes so much, and you think about it, you could actually use this as a piece of winter decor. I just wanted to go ahead and add a little rope twine bow right up there to the top. And that will pretty much finish this design off. Well, everyone, I hope that you are enjoying the Valentine hearts today. And like I said, I use mostly Dollar Tree supplies for these designs, and a few of the things that I had tucked away in my craft stash. I've been trying to use up a lot of those things. And I've got a couple more for you here today. And here's our little snowflake one hanging on the wall. Now the next one I have coming up, I have to say I really, really love this one. I ended up using some of my Rust-Oleum chalked smoke glaze and some of the chalked age glaze on this one. And what I did is I painted some of it with just a plain white matte acrylic paint. And I did that just to get that chalk paint to stay on there really well. Now the first one right here, I used the smoked glaze, and I'll leave that in the description below. I've showed this one in other videos. These are some of my favorite little glazes that I found, and I have seen these at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and they do have them on Amazon. I'll try to find the link for you. And now I'm just going to take that white and put on the top and the bottom, and that way I can use my let me see, I think actually it was the age glaze that I used on the second plank down, and it was the smoke glaze that I did over top of the white, and that give kind of that gray tone. And the whitewash, I didn't actually use that one on this design, but everyone, I love how this turned out. I thought these kind of all had a really nice farmhouse look to them, and just a really fun design. And this, like I said, I think this one might be my favorite. But after I get all my white on there, I'm going to take that smoked glaze and just rub a little bit of that, and you can see it has kind of a really blue-gray color tone to it. And just gonna rub that over there on the bottom and the top. I do end up doing another layer of that on there just to make it have just a little bit darker, you can see. And this one's gonna be another really simple design. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the little planks in the back with some just black acrylic paint to kind of make everything pop. And then I'm going to take this love sign that I picked up. Oh, I think I've had this a couple of years. And I thought I'd keep this one kind of in the neutral palette because I do love my neutrals. And I took the hardware off and thought I'd save that for another design. And I'm just going to glue that love right across the front there. And I thought this was just a really, really fun and really unique look, and definitely has the farmhouse vibe. Well, everyone, you'll have to let me know if you have a favorite heart that I have created today. And if you are enjoying the video today, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really does help my channel. And also, I would love it if you could share my videos. That really helps get it out there for others to view and get inspiration from. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider doing so. I know a lot of you watch my videos, and I am very thankful for that, but I would love to have you subscribe and be part of my YouTube family. I have a lot coming up in 2023. Well, everyone, here is this heart hanging on the wall, and I think it turned out so pretty. Definitely let me know what you think. Now for our last design, I am going to take one of these hearts that have the horizontal planks, and I picked that little stamp up the other day, marked down. I think it was like 70% off from Hobby Lobby, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to try that out on this design, and I kind of did it real roughly. If you want it to be a lot neater, be very careful how much paint you put on your stamp. But I went ahead and just added that white matte paint onto my heart, and then I filled in all my little planks in the back with the black acrylic, and I'm just going to dab this on here and then just stamp everything onto my heart and just make it look kind of aged and rough, and I just thought that made it really pretty for the farmhouse style. But they really had some pretty stamps there at Michael's, actually, is where I got this one. And then I'm going to be taking that, it's like the little house, chalkboard house, that I found in the section where they have their new farmhouse crafts at Dollar Tree. And I decided just to pop that kind of there on the bottom. And then we're going to be taking and putting the word home across the top of this design. And then I just decided to use some of my little stamps and just add a few little neat things and a little greenery to this one. And it turned out really pretty. Well, everyone, while you're watching this, I'll go ahead and mention that I am going to be doing the videos now every Tuesday and Saturday. And on Thursday, I think we're going to start making Thursday a thrift store day. And I have several items that I have already picked up at the thrift store that I want to work with. So I may be getting a couple of those ready for you for this Thursday, but I definitely will be back on Saturday with more DIYs, and I've got a better schedule this year, and I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to put out more content for you. So like I said, I hope that if you are not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully you will be notified if you hit the bell when I upload new content. And also, everyone, if you haven't been on my channel in a while, check and make sure that your notifications are turned on. And you may want to hit that again and reset your bell so you will be notified. Because I'm sure it's going to take a few videos in before the algorithm starts picking me up again. So if you could do that, that would be wonderful. And that would help me and help you be able to find my videos when they are uploaded. But everyone, back to our content. Look how pretty this is turning out. I just thought this one had a really neat look to it with the black and white. That's another one of my favorite colors. And just adding these little birds on here and the little bits of greenery and flowers really made it have that look that could go right into the spring and summer. And then I just decided to put "Have a nice day" right down here at the bottom, and that pretty much finishes this one off. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's DIYs. If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed, I hope you do so and join my YouTube family. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you again soon.